Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Addicted Bookworm. Okay, so I have just finished another book, and this is Library Wars Volume Number 1. So I was actually watching this video, and she talked about this manga, and I was like, wow, that looks really interesting, and I was like, why didn't I notice? Why didn't I find this before? So I borrowed this from the library off the Libby app, and I told my brother, I said, one of the things that I like about having a Kindle, even if it's just this one, is that I can check ebooks out from the library and everything. So what is Library Wars about? Well, Library Wars is about the government coming in, and they pass this law that basically says that the government has the right to censor books, magazines, anything that they deem to be offensive. It's not just the books that are offensive, it is the authors that are offensive. And so what happens is, I cannot pronounce the name of these characters, but they're darling. So we have this girl here. Yeah. She is new to this special forces group, and their job is to ensure that the library is protected. So basically, in this world, the library is no. The government cannot come in, and they can't take books out of the library. So it's a no zone. No zone. Well, what happens is, she starts there, and it's insane. They go through all these training and stuff, which is hilarious. But the fact that the organization that upholds these censorship laws actually have guns is insanity. So I'm gonna Google this, because one downside of this is that I can't see anything. All right. Okay. See here. All right. So it's Library War is a Japanese light novel. There are 4 novels in the series, though only the first novel. Okay. All right. Okay. So the background of the plot is based on a statement on intellectual freedom in libraries that went into effect in Japan in 1954, amended in 1979. Oh. And the terms are a little different from the freedom of the library law that appears in the thing. It says, it is the most important responsibility of libraries to offer collected material and library facilities to the people who have the right to know as one of their fundamental human rights. In order to fulfill their mission, libraries shall recognize the following matters as their proper duties. So libraries have freedom to collect their materials. Libraries secure the freedom of offering their materials. Libraries guarantee the privacy of users. Library oppose any type of censorship. Alright, in Library War, the 4th chapter of the Freedom of Library Law states, libraries have freedom to collect their materials. Libraries secure the freedom of offering their materials. Libraries guarantee the privacy of users. Libraries oppose any type of improper censorship. When the freedom of libraries is imperiled, we librarians will work together and devote ourselves to secure the freedom. Alright, so the premise involves the Japanese government passing the Media Betterment Act, or MBA, as a law in 1999, which allows the censorship of any media deemed to be potentially harmful to Japanese society by deploying agents in the Media Betterment Committee, with a mandate to go after individuals and organizations that are trying to exercise the act of conducting freedom of expression activities in the media. However, local governments opposed to the MBA established armed anti-MBA defense force units to protect libraries from being raided by MBC agents under the Freedom of the Libraries law. The conflict between MBC agents and library soldiers has continued into 2019 when the story begins. Alright, so Library War follows the life of this woman, a new recruit in the Kanto library base who joins in 2019 after being inspired by a high-ranking Kanto Library Defense Force member who saved a book she wanted to buy that was targeted for censorship. After joining, she finds the pace to be very demanding and that her drill instructor seems to have it in for her and working her harder than the other recruits. Alright. So, anyway, so, yeah. Yeah, so she's got a little problem. So there's a scene in the first volume of the manga in which she has been waiting for a very long time for this one volume to come out, this volume of fairy tales. And when she finally gets the volume, it's, that's when these forces come in and they take the book away from her. And, of course, the guy who ends up becoming her drill instructor saves it because basically once the items leave the bookshop, so it's interesting, in this one, bookshops are like demilitarized zones. In other words, they can't go in there, but the MBC can go in there, but the moment that the books leave, they can be confiscated by this library. So later on, when she becomes part of this group, she actually goes in there when she's not supposed to, because this little boy gets the book that he's been wanting taken away from him because the author is so-called problematic. And, she feels like that's her job to save his book. And, yeah, it's insanity. So this series, especially the first volume, really tackles the idea of censorship and of trying to dictate what people can and cannot read. And I don't know how the rest of the series is going to go, but I really loved this first volume. I thought this first volume was absolutely amazing. So I am going to give it 5 stars on Goodreads because it is just so well done. She has a crush on this guy. Oh God. She has a crush on this guy and it's just insanity in itself. Absolutely loved this one. Alright, so I will be reading volume 2 of the manga. But yeah, I'm going to say checking out ebooks from the library is so good. Alright, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the zany video, and I will be seeing you around next time. Bye.